I'm Jake. I'm the vocalist in the band.
I'm Zach. I play bass and some screams.
I'm Mike and I play guitar.
And I'm Seth and I play drums.
We actually started a long time ago. It took a while for us to start taking it seriously. Once we got like the right group of people together, we kind of started figuring it out. We formed in like 2010, 2009, sometime around then. I mean, just kind of were figuring things out as, you know, a band for a while. Mike joined and things got better, and then, you know, these guys joined and things were correct.
Things got worse.
Things got way worse. But yeah, no. We all kind of fell in and out of bands. I mean, like, you guys were in bands for a while.
Me and Mike have been playing in bands together since we were like 13.
But yeah, we all kind of filtered through bands, and at the end of the day, like, somehow we stumbled into being in the same band with each other, and it kind of just worked out.
We've got a lot of different inspirations, I guess.
Yeah, we come from a lot of different backgrounds.
Yeah. The inspiration of the band definitely varies across the board. Like, we all listen to really different music, but we all like the same stuff too.
Yeah.
Our sound is definitely like hard rock that rolled around in some like poppy glitter.
We call to a lot of stuff, I guess, when it comes to sound-wise. A lot of different artists. But the rock is, I guess, where we kind of hang tight around.
Artistic process is a lot of crying. Well, typically someone like will have an idea, like a line for lyrically, or, you know, a guitar riff or something, or just even a concept, and then, you know, that one person brings it to the table, and then everybody kind of just like feeds it, and then it grows into what it is. It's not an easy process a lot of the times. Like, it's hit or miss on if your creative juices are flowing that day or not.
As far as like the process goes, like, it's just a lot of bouncing ideas off of each other, one off another. Like, you know, we throw an idea, and then after that idea is thrown, it's like, well, what if we did it this way? Or what if we took that and we stuck it with this? What if we followed it with something like this? Just a lot of prodding. Like, we always push each other a little bit further. If, you know, I write a vocal part, for instance, and the guys are like, I think you could do better than that, then I'm like, okay, I can do better than that.
And we always say you can do better to each other.
From a lyrical half of it, I've found that for the process for me is that I will always log my thoughts. So I just started logging thoughts that I had in my head, things that were bothering me, or things that I thought to be true, or just sentences and fragments of thoughts. And then after a while, you just collect so many, and then you look at those and you gel off of those and turn it into something that's not an isolated thought, but then more of like a greater being. So it's a long process, but it's what we have, I guess. That's how we do it. So Grief, we originally released Grief as an independent like album. It was something that we did a couple months before the label happened, and we did it because we had sat on it for a while, and we shopped it around.
Had, like, no luck.
We didn't have good luck. We didn't have a ton of luck, actually. We threw it Revival's way, and they were just a little too late, and then they picked us up, and then they were like, okay, let's take it all back, and then let's do it again. But when we re-released it, we added music. So, Oh Tragedy, the 3 songs at the end were added, the acoustic things. So if you buy a physical copy of the album, if you order one, there's bonus tracks that are live studio acoustic tracks. 2 are completely new songs, and then one of them's an acoustic version of our song, Could Ever Love. So we added more to the content because we didn't like the idea of just putting out another album without there being anything different to it than the first time. We also reimagined the entire artwork of the album. The first time we released it, it had a completely different image. We had a different logo. We rebranded the band, essentially, when we put out the new album. So it was almost like that was Alteras then, and then this is Alteras now.
We've kind of been non-stop
since September.
We're on tour right now. Touring's crazy. It's an incredible experience.
But it's a lot of
sacrifice.
A lot of sacrifice, a lot of work.
A lot of not eating and being broke.
But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's really cool to wake up somewhere and not feel connected to anything other than what you're doing in that moment.
And then to go places and see people who are like really into your band and who are just been like dying for you to come to their city and like meet with them and talk to them.
It's just really surreal going somewhere and having no idea where you are, having never been there, and people just making a connection with people, even if they don't know who you are. Just like talking to people. It's cool, so cool. And the music everywhere is incredible. Like the amount of talent.
It's really awesome to like to see the different scenes everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Which also really makes me appreciate our scene here, because sometimes we play like really dead scenes.
And it's so exciting. Like, for example, with Awake at Last on this tour, we were so excited to bring them to Youngstown. Like when we said that we had this show booked, we were like, let's put this on the tour. And they were like, okay, let's do it. And like we were so excited to bring these guys. They're from Delaware, So they've never been to Youngstown, and we're like so excited to like have a ball with them tonight here. Youngstown is an untapped society in the music world. Like there's so many talented artists. There's shows that happen almost every night of the week. There's just so much.
Such a wide
to offer.
range too.
Yeah, and there's a lot of venues too.
I mean,
that
look at
people don't
tonight's
tap
show.
into.
We're playing with East 9th and City Limits, as well as our boys
In a Wake at Last.
in a Wake at Last. They're like all kinds of different styles of music.
Yeah. No, like the cool thing about Youngstown is you can go to a show and you can have no idea what to expect.
We've even played with rappers.
Yeah, like
it works.
legitimately. You can play with anyone, and that's what's beautiful about it. But it's also great because like for a long time I felt like there wasn't a lot of that.
Yeah, there was no
but
progression
in the
at all.
past 2 years, it's just really shot up. The band started supporting each other, and the shows got bigger and better because everybody started pushing one another to be better. So the scene itself is growing and more alive than I think it's ever been, which is such a cool thing to feel like we're a part of, you know? Yeah, no, it's real cool to be from this area.
I'm Mike.
I'm Zach.
I'm Jake.
I'm Seth.
We're Alteras. Thanks so much.
The
for
greatest
watching.
Nickelback cover. I really love Nickelback cover.